We've got thunderstorms out there. I'm sure you've heard them out there tonight. Cold front passing through. I want to show you some video coming from daybreak. They got some heavy rain as well as abundant lightning, some gusty winds as those storms kind of rolled through. Chris Williams caught this. Just wait for it. I know it's coming. Wet weather, soggy conditions, gusty winds, and then you're going to get, boom, that pop of lightning. Lots of thunder overheard as well. Active skies out there along the Wasatch Front. We've watched these storms track from the West Desert to the Wasatch Front, and you can see active skies in the north, central Utah, all the way down to the I-70 corridor. We get a little closer here, starting to push out of Salt Lake, backside of the Wasatch, still getting a little bit of lightning. So places like Hennifer and Morgan, definitely seeing some active conditions. We get a little closer from Bountiful to South Jordan. We're starting to see it clear. Colville walloped there. Towards Duchesne County, we've also seen a decent amount of lightning, wet weather from Payson south to Nephi. And here we go with that I-70 corridor, really the higher terrain here towards Bryce, Loa, Beaver County. But we knew that cold front would come through and the potential would be there. Gusty winds, lots of lightning, and at times heavy rain. And as you look at the highest wind gusts today, look at Provo, 49 miles per hour along the Wasatch Front, brought to you by those thunderstorms. And you see that impacts places like Delta, even Price. But we knew those gusty winds would be an issue. As we watch our time-lapse video out of Cache Valley, they picked up thunderstorms this evening, keeping unsettled conditions, wet weather, lightning that tracked towards Bear Lake. And just north of Cache Valley in southern Idaho, they had some real strong storms, severe thunderstorm warnings for several hours of the evening. Satellite radar kind of shows this moisture on the move. We zoom into the Wasatch Front in the last few hours, and you watch as those storms kind of track from the West Desert over Salt Lake County and now pushing to the backside of the Wasatch. We're not totally done, and we're going to keep that unsettled pattern. We've got a series of disturbances that will impact us through the midweek. High temperatures to 83, snuck out 83 in Salt Lake. 72 is our average high, 11 degrees above the seasonal norm. 76 in Logan, 80s on the eastern side of the state, including in the Basin, Castle Country, Delta, Cedar City, 91 in St. George, unseasonably warm. But now the front that's moving through will open the door for some cooler air and will allow our temperatures to drop a little closer to average, 60s. As we close out our ABC4 News at 10 broadcasts with those partly cloudy skies, we told you about those storms. We knew that they would be moving through at this time, and the chance for tomorrow is still there, 50s. For the overnight, where we bottom out, low 60s to kick things off. Mostly clear skies in the morning along the Wasatch Front, but the thunderstorm threat holds on. It's a general threat for the Wasatch Back, eastern Utah, central Utah, and the south. Notice the northwestern corner of the state not included in that general threat, but I do think isolated potential will hold on for our Tuesday as a second front will move through and bring the potential of storms. So showing you how our high pressure was breaking down, and here came that system with the front moving in, and it's staying active. You're going to watch as that kind of keeps things popping into central and southern Utah into our Tuesday afternoon. Heading into Wednesday, we watch as that kind of area of low pressure drops down. That disturbance looks like it will focus a lot of its energy east of I-15. So for the midweek, we have storms towards the Basin and south central Utah. We will see cooler conditions along the Wasatch Front, but moisture will be limited. Isolated chance into tomorrow. What you're going to notice on the high temperature trend here is that these systems come through and they keep us right where we should be. Hey, the low to mid 70s is a great place to be, folks, and we'll stay there for the next several days. Chance of an isolated storm tomorrow, but then look at how those temperatures climb as we head into Thursday and Friday, opening the door for high pressure to move in and bring back the 80s. So if you loved today, there's more where that came from. Oh, the spring season loves to keep it interesting. Thunderstorm season is back. 70s along the Wasatch Front for tomorrow. Really pleasant conditions, but we have the chance of those isolated storms. We'll see 70s and 80s on the eastern side of the state. Another day of 90s in Washington County. Our mountain valleys getting into the 60s and 70s for the Wasatch Back. Low 70s in Tooele, mid 70s in Ogden. And I do think Cache Valley and the Wasatch Back have a chance of seeing some storms for Tuesday. Next 6 out of 7 days in St. George bring the 90s, cooler air by next week, but breezy conditions. There's a slight chance tomorrow for St. George, but I think throughout southern Utah, the chance of storms will be there. Here's the Wasatch Front, 70s for the next 2. High pressure rolls in, flexes its muscles, says hello 80s, and then we get through the weekend where we stay above average. Looks like early next week, the potential for some wet weather. This is a nice spring stretch, and you know what? It was an eye to the skies type of night, but I was like, it's not snow. So like, hey, we're making progress. We're making progress.
We'll take the W.
Yeah.